Hello,
Anita.
can you hear me?
Yes.
And welcome you in geography class. I am Anita teacher. As you can see here my name and my school name. I am from Shahjinagar BMC School, secondary school. Today we are going to learn our chapter number 5, that is natural vegetation and wildlife. But before that, we will revise chapter 4, that is climate. In that chapter, you have learned about the climatic conditions of Brazil and India. You have also learned the features which are responsible for these climatic conditions of both the countries. In this period, we will learn about natural vegetation of both India and Brazil. So let's start our fifth chapter, natural vegetation and wildlife. Now you can see here, there are three pictures on your screen. Observe my first question is, observe the given images and discuss based on the following points. Now you can see the points, and question is here, can you tell the names of the plants, trees shown in the images? Yes, here are the names. First is cactus, and then next is pepper tree. Many times we have seen in the pictures and videos that cactus tree, uh, which is mostly found in the desert areas where rainfall is less. And in the second picture, that is pepper tree. Pepper tree means what? The pepper which we use in spices. Maybe it can be white pepper or black pepper. So this is the pepper tree. And next, third picture is teak trees. Here we can see the forest of teak trees. Now next, where have you seen these plants before? The answer is on television. Now observe the next images which are from the Brazil. Yes, it is bird. And next is just like a cheetah. And third one is, it is huge snake. Now you have to give the answer. Name the fauna shown in the image. Now first question. What do you mean by fauna? Fauna means animals and flora means plants. The answer is rufous-billed thrush. This bird is named as rufous-billed thrush. And next is Brazilian jaguar. In India also we can see this type of animal, wild animal, and we called as a cheetah. And in third picture we can see the huge snake. It is also called as anaconda. Even you might have seen the movie Anaconda. Means you can guess how danger it can be. Where have you seen them before? Yes, your answer is maybe on television, newspaper, or magazine, or might be you can seen before as original as. Now we'll see the forest and wildlife of Brazil. This is the map of Brazil. You have seen before in your fourth chapter. Oh, all four chapters. This is the, see, title is here. When we start the reading of any map, we should read first title. And here, title is shown here, that is Brazil, forest and wildlife. Now we'll look the map. See, in the legend, or it is also called as the index. In the index, first is given equatorial forest, and it is dark green colored. And you can check this color into the map. It is covered all Amazon river basin area. And we found equatorial forest in Brazil in the Amazon river basin. Our next is tropical grassland. And here the tropical grassland, which is middle of the Brazil, and its color is light green and named as a savanna. And in the third column, we can see the swampy lands. Where is that swampy land? Yes, it is here on Pantanal. Pantanal is the name of that swampy land. It is due to why it become the swampy land, because of Paraguay and Parana river both have draining here and become a Pantanal wetland. Now next is hot deciduous forest. You can check the color where it is. Now we can see the all coastal area is covered by this hot deciduous forest. Our next element is thorny shrubs. Where do you find thorny shrubs? Can be seen here on the easternmost part of Brazil, that is also named as Caatinga. This much area has been covered through this Caatinga. And next one is temperate grassland. Where do you find it? Now it is on the southernmost tip of Brazil. We can find the temperate grasslands. Come to the next slide. Here is given a figure 5.2, physiography, natural vegetation and wildlife. Okay, now you have to observe this figure 5.2. You might have recognized the species shown above and discussed about them, because there is similarity between them in many Indian species. Means we have seen some animals and some plants, trees, and which was similar to our Indian trees and animals as well. So in this figure, we can correlate them. First of all, you should look here on the Guyana highland. This is northernmost part of Brazil, and this is means Brazil highlands. This is easternmost part, means this is a cross profile of Brazil, and it is from northwestern part to the southeastern parts. They have given the cross profile of Brazil. Now see the Guyana highland. We can see here various types of apes, reptiles, arboreal and aquatic animals. these animals and these variety of apes, reptiles found in the Guyana highlands as well as in the Amazon basin. Amazon basin is a lowland area and Guyana highland is highland area. Means it is not a mountain, but it is looks like a plateau. And this is the Guyana highland, which is shown here, and its height is near about 1000 meter. And the height of Amazon basin is shown here. It is from 1200 kilometer to 2000. This height is near about 500 meter, and the width is 1200 kilometer to 2000 kilometer. In this range, we can found the Amazon basin. In the third part, that is Parana basin. We have already seen that the Pantanal was there, and Perugue and Parana basin I told you. This Parana basin is a mostly grassland area, and here we found the animals which live in the habitat of grassland only. And its height is nearly above the 500 meter, means it can be 700 meter. We can see the top of that grassland. And here we found the temperature is 21 degrees Celsius, and the rainfall is 1500 millimeter, which found in the grassland area. And in the next, that is Brazilian highland. All knows that it is a desert area or a semi-arid area, this Brazilian highland. And here animals are different types. Reptiles and grassland animals we can found here on the Brazilian highland. And temperate forest can be seen here. And here temperature is 23 degrees Celsius in the lower part of Brazilian highland, and in the higher part it is 27 degrees Celsius. And in the coastal area, here is a coastal area of Brazil. In this area we can found that 1200 millimeter rainfall it gets, and temperature is 27 degrees Celsius. As it is a coastal area, that's why temperature is more high. Okay. Now you have understood about the physiography, natural vegetation and wildlife. We'll go to our next slide. Again, here is map. But don't worry, I'm giving you a virtual tour to Brazil. We'll go there and see what is the climate of Amazon River basin, how it looks. Okay, you will enjoy this video. Just keep in mind, we are seeing this much part of the Brazil, that is Amazon River basin, not this Savannah or Caatinga or Pampas or southern part. Okay, so let's start our virtual tour. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. Now move our next slide. We'll see the Brazilian vegetation and its characteristics. In the Brazil, rainfall varies due to physiography. In most part of the equatorial region, it rains throughout the year. As one moves away from the equator, the number of rainy days as well as amount of rainfall reduces. This affects the life cycle of the vegetation too. Evergreen forests are found in the area where it rains throughout the year. It means rainforest we can see in the equatorial region only and where rainfall is more. In the region which receives rainfall only during certain season, the density of the vegetation reduces. Instead of forests, various types of grasses, short shrubs, thorny vegetations, etc. are found. For example, Caatinga area in Brazil. We have seen before the Caatinga area that was in the eastern part of Brazil, and here is the characteristics of that vegetation. And the Caatinga is found only into the desert area. Now come to the next characteristics. Brazil has the largest number of vegetation species in the world. This includes evergreen vegetation, semi-evergreen, arid, etc. One finds trees like pau Brazil, rubber, mahogany, rosewood, and a variety of orchids. Now we'll see the equatorial forest and tropical rainforest. As we have heard about the tropical rainforest or Amazon forest. So we'll take a tour of that forest. I hope you have enjoyed or understand the equatorial forest, or This is also called as a tropical rainforest. Now move to the next slide. There is question for you, that is why evergreen forests are called as the lungs of the world. You can see here the lungs of the human, which is shown in the body. As you know, the how important lungs for us, for our life. Now it is given, it is compared with the forest area which is found in the Amazon basin. Now see the answer. Because of the evergreen rainforest in Brazil, there is a large amount of oxygen that is released in the environment. This helps to reduce carbon dioxide levels. Therefore, these rainforests are highly called as the lungs of the world. Now our next topic, that is India vegetation. We have learned about the Amazon forest, or we have learned about the Brazilian forest or vegetation cover. Now we'll see the Indian vegetation. Observe the map and answer the following questions. First question is, which forests are found in the western snow-capped region? You know very well the directions, and what we have asked, which forests are found in western snow-capped region. Now this is our western snow-capped region, and we have to give the answer. The answer is what? That is Himalayan forest. Why? You can see here, you can check here in the index, that is already given here, Himalayan forest. Which color is white? This is the Himalayan forest. Then the next question is, on which coast do you mainly find the coastal vegetation? Now check the color and check the title, coastal vegetation. That will help you to give the answer. Now we'll see into the index, that is coastal forest is written here and color is given that light blue, and we'll see into the map. Now this type of forest we can see into the eastern coast of India. All eastern coast is covered by this coastal forest. The answer is the coastal vegetation mainly found on the eastern coast. Now next, which type of forest occupy maximum area in India and why? As you can check here, most of color is light green and it is covered almost area of India, and here name is given that deciduous forest. So we can give answer as a deciduous forest. See, deciduous forests are mainly found in India. It has covered all the area of India. Now next, where do you find thorny and shrub vegetation and why? The thorny shrubs here is light gray color, and it is found in this area, means southern part of India, and also thorny shrubs can be seen mainly in the desert area of Rajasthan. So the answer is we found thorny and shrub vegetation in the western part of India. This is Marustali region of Rajasthan. This type of vegetation found here due to very less and uneven and scanty rainfalls. As you know, the Rajasthan gets only few millimeter rainfall during the rainy season, and the summer season it is hot dry. So we'll move our next slide. India vegetation, major forest types of India. We have 5 types of vegetation cover found in our India, as you have already seen on the map. The first is evergreen forest, second is deciduous forest, and third is thorny shrubs. Fourth is Himalayan forest, and fifth one is coastal forest. Here some examples of trees is given. In the first picture, we can see the rubber tree. In the second, that is deodar. And in the third, that is pine. And in fourth picture, we can see the khejri, or it is also named as khejri. We'll see the characteristics of evergreen forest. Here some examples are given. Firstly, we'll see this tree, that is mahogany tree, and we can check the height. One person is here standing under the tree, who is seen a very little, just like ant, and the tree is very high, and its height is very huge. Now in the second tree, second picture, that is a rosewood tree. This tree is also a big tree. These are the examples of evergreen forest. Means these trees we can found in the evergreen forest. Here are some characteristics. First is in regions which receive more than 2000 millimeter of rainfall on an average, along with abundant sunlight, evergreen forests are found. Means for the evergreen forest, there should be rainfall higher or more than 2000 millimeter. And second characteristic is the leaves of the trees in this forest are broad and green. You can check the color of these trees. The leaves of the trees in this forest are broad, and they all over the year they can seen as a green. In the third characteristics, the trees have hardwood, heavy and durable. For example, mahogany, rosewood, rubber, etc. Already you have seen mahogany and rosewood trees. These trees has hardwood. Their wood is very tough, hard and heavy. Heavy means weight is more as compared to the other wood, and durable. Its lifespan is long lasting. So it is durable. Also, there are various types of creepers found here. In this forest, evergreen forest, some creepers can be found. Highest biodiversity is found in this forest, and many type of species and animal species and tree species can be found in the evergreen forest. Next, move to the next slide.
ग्रुप में इतने अच्छे अच्छे डाल रहे हैं, प्राइमरी लोग को उनको उतना कुछ काम नहीं है ना, यही काम, और कोई टेक्नो से भी इतने उसमें घुसे.
Hello. Now next topic is deciduous forest. This is our second type of forest which found in the India. Now deciduous forest. We'll see the characteristics of deciduous forest. In regions receiving rainfall between 1000 millimeter to 2000 millimeter in India, deciduous forests are found. Means the as compared to the evergreen forest in this region, we can see the rainfall is less as compared to the evergreen forest, and it is between 1000 millimeter to 2000 millimeter. Now, second characteristics, in dry season, they shades their leaves. In the dry season, they shades their leaves so that water is not lost due to evaporation. For example, bamboo, banyan tree, peepal, etc. are the trees found in this forest. So here are some examples also which found in the deciduous forest. That is bamboo, banyan tree, peepal. These are. You can see in the picture as the trees shed their leaves in a certain season. Means just like in the autumn season they fall their leaves in India. Okay, we'll see the deciduous forest through this video. That will be helpful to understand more. So I hope you have understood through this seeing this video. We'll move our next slide. Now, third type is thorny shrubs. We have already seen the evergreen forest and deciduous forest, and third is thorny shrubs. Here is characteristics given. With this title, you can hear that is aloe vera. You all knows about that, the aloe vera plant. Even we have in our houses or in our um, pot, that is the aloe vera tree. And next is, this is familiar to this tree. Now characteristics. In region that receives less than 500 millimeter of rainfall and experience dry summer for a long period in India, uh, thorny and shrub type vegetation is found. Means where rainfall is less than 500 millimeter, we can found these type of trees. That is also called as the thorny shrubs. The leaves are small to stop the evaporation through the leaves. Uh, it has very small leaves because of to stop evaporation. Here are some examples of thorny trees and shrubs. Yes, this is a type of cactus plant. Means we can see the variety in the cactus plants, and mainly it is found in the Rajasthan dry area, desert area. And in the Rajasthan, there are two desert, that is that are semi-arid area and Marustali. We can found this into both the areas. Now this, see this picture. Here is khejri or khejri tree is shown. It is also found in the Rajasthan desert area. And the third one is catechu. This is also found in the dry area or deserted area where rainfall is less than 500 millimeter. These type of trees can be seen in India. Now fourth type, that is coastal forest. We'll see the characteristics of coastal forest. First is, yeah, coastal forest means the area alongside the coast. We have the coastal area in two divisions, that is eastern coast and western coast. So we can found this coastal forest alongside the eastern coast more as compared to the western coast. We have already given the answer of this question, where the coastal forest found in the area, and the answer was the eastern coastal region. Now characteristics: in swampy areas, estuaries and lagoons near coastal areas having saline soil and moist climate, coastal vegetation is found. So it is mostly recommended that it should have the coastal area. For this forest, first necessary thing is it should be the coastal area, then estuaries also should be there, and lagoons near the coastal areas, and soil should be the saline, means it should have salty contents. Now next characteristics: coastal forests are called mangroves or sundarbans in India. Here the example of mangroves forest or mangroves trees you can see in the second picture, that is mangrove forest. Where it is found? It is found mostly in the Sundarbans in India, and Sundarbans is located into the uh, uh, Western Bengal, or into the Bay of Bengal, alongside the Bay of Bengal. The wood of these trees is oily, light and durable. Why it is light? Because it is mostly float onto the water, and this this tree's wood is light, means weight is not more, it is light. And durable means it can be uh, long lasting. Now next slide. Fifth is Himalayan forest. We have seen our 4 types, and next fifth is Himalayan forest. We'll see the characteristics. Before that, we'll see this picture. How beautiful our Himalaya is. You can see white and blue color of Himalaya. This is a different type of forest we found here into the Himalaya. Why? Because only India have the Himalayan mountains, and no other country has the same Himalaya. Okay, so climate is different because it is high altitude area, its height is very high, and that's why the forest type also found different types. See the characteristics. In Indian Himalayas, 3 types of forest are found according to the altitude. Altitude means what? The height. In Himalaya, 3 types of forest found according to the height. This is topmost area of Himalaya. It is not a middle part or base of the Himalaya. Only topmost or upper part of Himalaya. So no one forest is shown here in this picture. Okay, it is snow capped cover area because of the high altitude. Means all over throughout the year it is snow covered. Only during the summer season some snow melts and the flowering plants can arise here. We'll see the characteristics. In Indian Himalayas, 3 types of forests are found according to the altitude. First is in areas located at the highest altitude, seasonally flowering trees are found. Means this area, high altitude area, we found the seasonally flowering trees. Means particular season they get grows, and then afterward uh, they lose. And second is in regions with medium altitude, coniferous trees like pine, deodar and fir are found. Third is at foothills of the Himalaya, mixed forests are found. This includes both coniferous and deciduous type of forest. Here the proportion of salt trees is higher. We'll see these examples with the pictures. Types of Himalayan forest. See the topmost part of Himalaya, highest altitude this is the highest altitude flowering plant shown in the first picture, and in the second picture medium altitude coniferous trees. Means it is on a medium level or medium height of the Himalayas, and in the third part it is at foothills. Mixed type of forest are here. Here are some examples which found in the India and Brazil. That is Khair, Nilgiri, Mahogany, century plants, pine, Devdar, Pau, Brazil. These are the trees which found in India and Brazil. This is your assignment. Collect the information of local trees. Try to collect the pictures of these trees. Write their medicinal uses and other uses. And next, last one is write your ideas about how can you conserve the trees. Thank you.